About to be boxed for race number 2. This is the first of the preludes tonight of the Melbourne Cup. Let's get you upstairs for the call.
One at Shepparton in 25-24. Landon Bales won 24 of 61, 9 of 21 over this trip. And then Fred Rose, whose form's been absolutely faultless in recent times. He's been in all the big races behind Alpha Zulu and Exalted. And he's drawn box 7, but at his best could certainly win the 7. Set to go. Prelude 11 of the Melbourne Cup. They're set. Racing. Starline Express began quickly, but there's speed underneath it. Driving through Landon Vale. Also there, Lure of Kilkenny. Getting across Starline Express. Got up to second. Third was Lure of Kilkenny. Fourth then was Aston Costello. Fred Rose tries to loop the field from Rock Me Rocco. Well back Oregon Caldwell. Aussie Rocks was last. Landon Vale the leader. Out by a neck on Starline Express. Here comes Aston Costello. Also Lure of Kilkenny. Fred Rose has tacked on. Landon Vale in front. After it was Aston Costello. Aston Costello got up and won and beat home Landon Vale. Fred Rose has been massive to get up and run third nearly on the outside of Lure of Kilkenny in a photo. Next in was Starline Express, who just couldn't get across. Rock Me Rocco, and the last one in was Oregon Caldwell. It's 29 and 65. Number 4, Aston Costello's won and beats Landon Vale, and it is very close for third between 7.
He managed to do it in what seemed like a relatively messy race.
Yeah, well, he lives in 4, this bloke, so he doesn't get blessed with his inside draws like we'd like. But it's good night to step up and be going well. But he's trolling really well, and we just need him to be a bit of luck next week and Melbourne Cup heat.
They hit out over 600 last week. Was that an eye to dropping him back, get a little bit of confidence, or you think his future's probably over 600 and further?
I think his future's over 600, but after probably the Melbourne Cup series, we'll sort of step back up. But being a dog like him, he can probably go 500, 600s, and just being a city-class dog performer.
Beautiful. Well done on the win there with Aston Costello. There's Glenn Rounds, the handler for that dog. What a performance that was. 29.65 the time. 4, 3, 7 and 2 were your numbers in a race where there was a hell of a lot of early speed.
Some quarters. 3/4 by 3/4 the margins on race number.
The win and causes a mighty surprise again.
Yeah, certainly did. But with that being said, I think we were saying before the race that there was very few dogs in that race. It wasn't unfeasible to see them winning.
It was an open race.
It was one of those races. What we said about the favourite was it came true. It just wasn't the dog that we were sort of tipping to beat it. He just couldn't cross from box 8 and even down the back straight when he was getting up into a good position. You just knew that last 50 metres was going to push him, and you never really wanted to be on him from the time that he couldn't lead at the winning post the first time. But meanwhile, Aston Costello, who is a very strong dog, was just in a beautiful position down the back on the fence and was just too powerful late. And Glenn and Vicky have done a terrific job with him. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book that these good trainers do, is that they step them up over 600, just let them get a little bit of confidence back, finding the lead or not getting jammed up in their races